lost.
I met some lady. In Aspen, and she was with her daughters. She was like in her probably early 60s, and she comes up. She goes, "I love you.
Yeah.
I am." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. That's so nice to you." She goes, "And Donald Trump's our real president." I'm like, "He's definitely not." Like, and her daughters rather, were crying. They were laughing so hard. They're like, "Our mom's crazy." I'm like, "Your mom's crazy." So we called her QAnon mom all weekend. Keep an eye out for QAnon mom around the town.
It's crazy. That was
nice lady, very nice lady.
Sounds great.
Sweetheart of a lady.
Yeah, that was the thought she had to communicate to you.
She just wanted to let me know I'm a patriot as well. Like, oh no, what if I got to like look at some of them TikTok clips.
Yeah, dude.
People are getting the wrong impression of me. I fucking was a Bernie Sanders supporter.
I know.
These people are so silly.
Yeah, people love to fucking try and make people into what they aren't.
Oh my God, they try to force them into a narrative. Well,
Yeah.
for me, it's just because, first of all, it looks like I should be. I'm a meathead.
Yeah.
You know, I'm covered in tattoos, and I do cage fighting commentary.
Right, yeah.
And I'm a dirty comedian.
There's no way you're
Yeah.
progressive.
And I have offensive comedy. Yeah. But so you get just lumped in.
Yeah, I know.
But
man.
it's fun to be lumped in. It's fun because one thing that happens is people like severely underestimate your ability to like have a conversation with them about things. If they're cocky and shitty, you know, like some people just say things they don't even know what they're talking about. They're just like repeating a narrative, and you say, actually, that's not true. And here's why it's not true. And then you see this like look of panic when they realize that they're going on assumptions.
So they went back on the land here, and this was in 2006. That's what it looked like.
What the fuck?
Which is when obviously they were there, and that stuff was going on still,
bro.
And those aren't just like
what if
where
those
baby turtle eggs were laid,
or
doesn't
no,
appear
it
that way.
seems like it's pretty high up. I think that's where the tapes are, buddy. That's what I wouldn't say bodies. I would say if you're going to bury bodies, you'd bury them in the ocean.
or you burn them.
You take them out to the you could do that. You could burn them and take them out to the ocean. Like, why would you, when you have the best place to get rid of a body ever, why would you put the shittiest place to get rid of a body?
Sand.
Shallow grave. Shallow grave in a very obvious place where people could photograph it with satellites when you're already some sort of intelligence operation. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, when you
You're
have
not gonna do
Mossad
that.
behind you, you're going to dig paupers' graves?
Yeah, unless you're so cocky, like, fucking put them anywhere. Who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
This
We're
is one of
untouchable.
the last things I remember hearing when he died was that he had a big giant cement truck shipped out to the island. And
3
everyone was
weeks
like,
before
what?
damning expose was released, paying machine up front so it would arrive quicker. As experts say, he could have literally covered up evidence. Oh, Jesus.
That is bad branding. Pedophile Island? They should have fought for something different.
You know that island's still for sale.
Yeah. You thinking about it?
We had discussions
about
purchasing it for a podcast island. About doing the podcast in that big
Dude.
mosque. What is it? What does he have?
That temple.
Temple.
Yes.
Yeah, that temple.
Dude.
This is the thought.
You
like
have
the
to.
temple's beautiful on the outside. It's like the colors of the Israeli flag.
And it's soundproof in there already.
There's no way he's Mossad. It's not like he has a fucking building the color of the Israeli flag. That's like, I mean, that's like if you went to Kid Rock's house and it had a fucking
Rebel
giant
flag.
billiard hall that's covered in an American flag from the roof, right? That like makes sense. This guy literally, this is how much he supports Israel. He turned his fucking temple into an Israeli flag.
It's on the nose.
It's so on the nose.
If you put that in a script, they'd be like,
Yeah,
we
so
can't.
on the nose.
Yeah.
Let's we would have to hire a couple Jews for representation because I mean we want to make sure that this is appropriate.
Just have Ari live there.
Yes, Ari will run the island. Ari needs a podcast studio and he likes to be away from people, so maybe that's actually a good spot for
You're
him.
doing him a favor.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
And it's a write-off.
But if you bought Pedophile Island, you would have to destroy all the buildings because I'm sure they're all bugged to hell
for
with
sure.
some high-tech shit that you're never going to be able to spot.
There's a camera in every toilet in there.
Which would be terrible for comedians. They talk so much shit.
know,
and try to be silly.
Yeah.
And if you got audio of that. But then again,
Look,
you
it's
also,
one thing if you're on the pedophile island, but if you riff and use the N-word, it's all over for you.
And here's the other thing. With AI today, how would you even know what's real? How the fuck would you even... Is this it?
These guys
This,
snuck up there. I don't know when.
oh,
this
my
was,
God.
but it's
Look at that
very
place.
recently.
Yes.
bro, that place is dope. That looks almost Alex Gray style. Look how beautiful it is.
It is.
It's really just a facade, but we don't know what's underneath it.
Because
or
that door's
anything.
not real,
Yeah,
right?
the door's not real. It's painted.
J.E. The door's
It
painted.
could be JR.
There's a window that
Yes,
you can see here.
J.R.E.
Yeah.
J.R.E.
You can see there's a window there.
Okay, so inside.
What a shitty window.
Yeah, and so inside is that area where we'll set up the tables.
Yeah.
Nice window.
And we're going to need Elon's help to get like solid satellite Wi-Fi out there.
Nice view.
You could just project Tim Dillon's face on the side of it.
See, that's kind of small for a studio. We might have to expand.
Yeah.
Make some more windows.
It was built for kids.
This is
They didn't have adults. They didn't have adults in mind when they built that thing.
no.
If you think that's small, you should see the cages.
Imagine if you go in there, it's a bouncy house.
Yeah, it's a ball pit.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. I have to take my shoes off still.
Kids, you guys want to go to the ultimate bouncy house? I'm talking on an island, on a private island, just a bouncy house.
You want to go where Mr. Chuck E. Cheese lives?
Do you know, Alex Jones told me about that place a long time ago. It was
Yeah.
one of the things that Alex tells you stuff, and he'll say like all these things that make sense, and then he'll tell you one where you go, wait a minute. This was one of the wait a minutes.
Yeah.
So there's an island, they take them, they have underage girls, and they compromise them sexually. It's like, what?
It's like he's here.
These guys hung out there apparently.
These guys hung out on the island?
I mean, this is
It's like,
posted 2 years ago. Same video.
oh, wow.
They're
They just kept going back.
snooping around. Yeah.
What
Well, I bet there's no one there. Like, who
It's-
the fuck wants to be the guy guarding Pedophile
Yeah,
Island?
who's the groundskeeper?
Probably nobody wants to go there. I bet you can go there. How come taggers haven't showed up yet? You guys are really just depressing me. Your lack of ambition.
Let's get some
So
graffiti heads.
easy to just tag downtown LA.
Right,
Get
yeah.
out to Pedophile Island and leave your fucking mark.
You think a moving subway
Yeah.
car's cool? Get out there, tag up the temple.
Imagine
Yeah.
if we put that out there in the world.
We just
and then
did.
cut to taggers and fucking speedboats with like giant sacks of spray paint are headed towards Pedophile
It
Island.
just says Bert Kreischer is fat.
Yeah. I know